Suzanne tends to call us, the Arcturians, when she is confused, frightened, or hopeful. We Arcturians wish to remind you all that it is very helpful to have a go-to-higher frequency being to assist you in your very fast, How to Ascend class. Many of you are beginning to realize that this Ascension class is real. This real class is an important learning experience, and most important, a real peek into the fifth dimension, which is increasingly becoming your new home. Everything that you perceive, experience, create, etc., radiates with your primary resonance frequency. This resonance is the primary frequency of reality to which you have calibrated your consciousness. Just as you would go to a certain channel or frequency on your TV to choose the information that that channel or frequency carries, you all consciously, or unconsciously, tune into a certain channel or frequency of reality. The pictures and words, channel of reality, have great power to influence your state of consciousness. You have chosen your channel of reality because the information, which comes in pictures and words, has something special to say to you. Also, pictures and words create concepts. As a child, you developed many of the same, and some different, concepts that brought forth a meaning within each of your communications. However, when you were children, it was quite different from when you were an adult. As a child, your world was smaller, but as an adult, your world expanded to embrace many different people, cultures, lifestyles, countries, families, and experiences. Of course, it often took great practice, and especially a connection with your go-to-higher being to learn or remember, your innate fifth-dimensional gift of speaking with your heart and mind joined into one. To speak with your heart and mind joined into one, you must know the deep, hidden thoughts and long-suppressed emotions that your heart and mind are sheltering you from remembering. It is often through your relationship with your own higher dimensional friend that you can allow yourself to feel like something is trying to come to the surface. When you are speaking with your higher dimensional friend, this something often feels like a fifth dimensional energy field because it is here in the now. When you find yourself in the here of the now, you cannot hide, nor would you want to. While wearing your human, you are usually very accustomed to hearing bad news from inside your own consciousness, as well as on your media. But, on the other hand, if you can remember to trust your own translation of your own interdimensional messages, you will often find great comfort and even protection. You may even feel so empowered and loving that you will want to document your higher dimensional messages and share them with others. If you continue to share these higher dimensional messages with others, as well as attend to what others are receiving from their higher guidance, you will begin to see that certain messages are being sent to many different people. That validation of, "We really did get that message because so many other people got the same message," will activate a greater confidence in ourself. Many have been communicating with unseen higher beings for many years and/or their entire life. Knowing that others are getting a similar message will really assist your confidence in yourself, as well as in your interdimensional communications. These fifth-dimensional energy fields have been among us all for quite some time. However, the Illuminati, and other dark ones, do not want humanity to awaken to their innate, interdimensional perceptions. An interdimensional perception is an experience when an ascending one is having a conscious experience of communication with a fifth-dimensional or beyond being. Forming a deep relationship with your higher dimensional friend is a component of your experience of being a physical human on third-dimensional Earth, because interdimensional communication is one of the important reasons why you chose to take an Earth vessel within this now. Having a personal relationship with a higher dimensional being, such as the Pleiadians, or ourselves, the Arcturians, actually reminds you how to have a deeper relationship with your own multidimensional self, who also resonates to the fifth dimension and beyond. Sometimes these interdimensional communications can take you on a roller coaster ride of high self to grounded one, then grounded one to high self, over and over. However, When you have a peak experience of communicating with a higher dimensional being, you will likely experience having a peak experience of creativity, change, knowing, or spirituality. We, your higher dimensional expressions of your multidimensional self, are cheering you on through all the third-dimensional reality that needs to be cleared, as well as the great challenges you find that you can effectively clear with the help of your higher dimensional friends, who are often higher dimensional expressions of your own higher self. It is our honor and responsibility to prepare you, our brave expression of self who volunteered to take an Earth vessel to assist dear Gaia, are receiving fifth-dimensional updates to expand your range of emotions, clarity of thoughts, states of consciousness, and your perceptual field of reality. As you are likely aware, the third-dimensional operating system was based on time and space. However, the fifth-dimensional operating system is based on the here and the now. The third-dimensional operating system of time and space offers us no information about the frequencies of reality. The third-dimensional realities have been in a constant state of expansion, which is expanded whenever a master ascends. Whenever a grounded one, usually human, but not always, ascends, they open a portal into the streaming flow of fifth-dimensional light. This flow of higher light is not an easy initiation because the ascending ones must totally trust their own inner guidance. How are the ascending ones able to trust their inner guidance? They do so by feeling and embracing unconditional love. If they are not feeling unconditional love, then they have not yet totally cleared their physical self and allowed their ascending self to take the helm of their daily life. When the alignment of their physical self with their ascending self is completely sealed with unconditional love, all doubt and confusion can be released. However, if doubt and confusion is not gone, they will need to refocus on learning, living, and teaching unconditional love. Furthermore, if one is striving for personal ascension, they are not ready for the full ascension experience. In order for one to ascend, return to their innate fifth-dimensional expression of self, they must perform great service to the people and the planet. If you look at the lives of ascended masters, you will see that all sacrificed themselves for the good of the whole. Some of the masters had a huge sacrifice to make, whereas others' sacrifice does not seem as extreme. However, sacrifice is an individual act during the third-dimensional reality from which they are ascending. Therefore, to complete all transmutation from the third and fourth-dimensional reality and from your third and fourth-dimensional self, one must realize that they are the creators of their reality. They must also give service to others, which always includes Gaia being first and foremost. For untold eras, humanity has counted themselves to be of a greater importance than the planet Earth. They may have said the right things, but Gaia has become more and more polluted, poisoned, discarded, and purposefully damaged. We, your higher expressions of self, as well as your galactic family, ask you all to take a long moment to remember your light body self who resonates to the fifth dimension and beyond. Only the awakening of your intimate relationship with your light body self will be able to assist you to remember who you really are. Remember what service you promised you would give to Gaia. Where you were when you made this promise. When your grounded self promised to say, "It is the now for this service." Why you chose to make this commitment. Of course, there are many, many more questions to be answered, but they will be answered while you are giving your service to Gaia. You see, those of you who volunteered to take an Earth vessel within this now, chose to participate in planetary ascension. Therefore, you are evolved enough to remember your true self and your true service. However, many of our brave away team to Earth, become lost to such a low frequency of reality and end up asking, what was the mission, the reason for my incarnation, that I chose before I took this embodiment? Our brave warriors to assist Gaia, had no idea how dark and lonely a third-dimensional planet in transition could be. Too many of them became lost in the challenges of a reality in which there were still lies, deceit, murder and even wars. They had not experienced those third-dimensional issues for so many incarnations that they forgot that, they too, could become lost. If you can remember the promise that you made to Gaia and for your personal evolution, you will feel a great security that yes, I have remembered why I came here. You all have that ability, but you must remember that you did not come to Earth for any personal fame or wealth. You are already a fifth-dimensional light being who no longer needs, nor is attracted to, any form of personal anything. Within your innate fifth-dimensional light body self, you live in such unity and unconditional love for planet Gaia, including Gaia's third and fourth-dimensional planetary expressions, that you could not imagine harming Gaia in any way. If you can allow yourself to remember your light body self, who silently waits for its full awakening within the core of your Kundalini, you will begin to remember who you really are and why you came to Earth within this now. More and more of you are experiencing the rising of heat as your Kundalini force continues to open your ascension pathway up from your first chakra, through each chakra, to be joined with your true light body self who awaits your return just above your seventh chakra. This personal ascension pathway is opening more and more within the consciousness, frequency, and physical body of more and more ascending ones. However, please remember that, too often, the darkest night is just before dawn. You see, the darkness, absorption of light, allows, and forces the ascending ones to look deeply inside their self. Whereas the darkness is the absorption of light, the light is the sharing of light. Therefore, ask not what Gaia can do for you. Instead, ask what you can do for Gaia. Your galactic family is constantly protecting, guarding and assisting you, the members of their volunteers, to take a third-dimensional body on ascending Gaia. Are you among those volunteers? If you have read this far, then you are most likely another one who has taken a human vessel to assist Gaia with her planetary ascension. If a tall tree makes it through a difficult storm, then all the inhabitants also make it through the storm. That now is closer than you may imagine, therefore, we ask that you imagine that Gaia is ascending now. Remember, imagination is fifth-dimensional thought. Blessings from your higher frequency friends.